Good morning. My name is Jason Johnson, and I'm with Focus Counseling and Therapy in Daphne, Alabama. The other day, somebody asked me, is there a way that I can overcome my emotional trauma? And the answer I gave them wasn't what they wanted to hear because the answer is no. Because an emotional trauma could be a one-time event, like losing somebody we care about, or it could be cyclical in nature, such as child abuse or abuse that we might deal with as adults, with like verbal abuse that can happen. So life goes forward and events happen in our lives that will remind us of these emotional traumatic events that we may have experienced during our life. And what that can do is that can cause us to have emotional responses that can lead us to all kind of emotions that can cause us distress and a sense of hopelessness and depression and all kind of issues that can get us stuck in where we are. So if we can't overcome them, what do? Do we just suffer? And during that period of time, do we just deal with the pain and the hopelessness that comes with it? And the answer to that question is no. And that is good, and that is hopeful. You see, what therapists do is that they give individuals techniques to adapt and to cope to the emotions and the thoughts that may be triggered in life that remind us of the emotional trauma that we went through. The adapting can be the way that we think about an event, the way that we process the events in our mind, or the way that we choose to frame it. Likewise, coping can be things such as removing ourselves from the situation, doing something that we enjoy that brings us joy in our life. Any number of things. The question is, what is it? What are those things that can bring those emotions down, that can get you back level and keep you moving in a direction that you want to go in? And as a therapist, I have seen this work many times, and that's very promising to me. It shows me that yes, this can work. And something that I've noticed recently is I've had quite a few couples coming to me who want to understand why they have conflict. And the thing is that, you got two people who are different, who are coming together, and it is incredibly difficult to change. So either they need to learn how to adapt to each other's differences and cope with each other's differences, or it's going to become too problematic and it likely is not going to work. So I encourage you, if you have been through trauma in your life, whether it's a one-time event or it's been multiple times, and when things remind you of such trauma, that it causes you emotional or psychological pain, then find a therapist. Therapists are trained to help individuals to learn how to cope and adapt with trauma. It is adapting and coping is not just important physically, but it's also incredibly important psychologically. If you'd like to know more, you can email me at jjohnson@jjohnsoncounseling.com, or you can call me at 251-307-5338. I thank you for your time, and I hope you have a great week.